Now right in here, this is the mouth area. I was just paying attention and got extra lines in there. So what I'm going to come in here and do is just simply take them out. So if I grab on, right click the edges, I'm just going to select those edges and delete them. And I want to make sure to get my birds out of there as well. Alright, and back to welding birds. Alright, so anything that gets moved out of position, you can just move back. Alright, so the next step, you can see if I click object mode, I don't know if you can see that in the capture, but we have obvious differences in normals that are not matching up well, so you can easily fix that by right clicking, selecting on all your faces, coming right up here to normals, conform, and you can see that some of the normals were turned the opposite direction. That'll correct that. You can soft select those. Alright, so it was just a matter of those normals being flipped in there, causing it to look that way. So now that we have our head and the verts are welded and the norms are adjusted, then we can go ahead and duplicate this head and scale that along the x-axis to get the other side of our head and weld those two together. And before we do that, it would probably be wise to give him some ears. Alright, so that's basically the workflow for getting your NURB surface into place for an organic character. Head anyway. Go ahead and stick the ear on and do the rest of the body. Choose, but for this lesson, the head is what is required. And you can, once you've created that, and your ear, the way that you duplicate that over in Maya, for those of you who are Max users, go ahead and duplicate. That's Control D on your keyboard. Attribute editor. You want to scale that over. In the Y. Excuse me, the X. And then you can select on that initial head and go ahead and combine those two. Go back to front view. Get your vertex subobject selected. And deselect these. Check my selection. There's nothing else selected here. I have my back face culling on, so I did not get those birds, but I'll get those afterward. And again, I want to just go ahead and merge those. Doesn't look like that was set, tolerance was set high enough. Let's go ahead and try that again. Oops, we need our merge vertex tool. Alright, center is fine. Let's go ahead and merge vertex. Set this tolerance up a little bit. Let's try 01. And that seems to have done it, but we can come right in here and check that. Selecting on, oops, vertex, making sure. Oh, those are well done. Alright, go ahead and do the back of the head as well. Now what we're going to do is select on those edges, because as we can see, if we go to object mode, we have a seam down the head. We don't want that, so we'll go back to faces and soften, which takes care of that. And I have an unweld vert down here, I can tell because of the crease. We can see how that's going to subdivide for us. We have some nice edge loops now around the eyes, around the mouth. Now for the ear, I've selected the edges, and I'm going to use the polygon tools to extrude. Come up here and click on that. Give myself a little geometry to work with. I'll extrude again. Give myself some back of the ear there. Extrude again. Give myself a rim of the ear. Also click G on your keyboard. Right. Straight in a little bit. G on the keyboard. And just give myself a little geometry to work with there. So begin to shape this up. Get rid of the pull here. And push and pull those verts in order to get the shape that you're looking for within your ear. And I'll come back when I have that shaped up. Alright, this is the basic configuration. I went with the ear, so I'll be doing a normal map on that, which will hide some of this. But I think I got the basic silhouette for what I want in there, and that should be fine. Alright, and when we apply our subdivision surfaces, see that that's much cleaner now. And it should work out really well for the ZBrush and Mudbox.